Hey everybody, happy Sunday. So a couple weeks ago I did a video, sorry, come over here. I did a video on some wood paneling interior wood trim for my E39 M5. And let me put the camera around here. I have a few extra minutes, so I figured I'd get going on this. This is the wood trim. So I did not, from that time, just camera around. There you go. I didn't have a chance to continue to do the polishing. So what I'm going to do that is today. So I've got some Griot's Perfecting Cream. I've got one of the smaller, older Griot's orbitals. I did attach a small, I think this is a 1-inch end to this, and then in a few minutes I'll find my bin of little polishing bits. And the idea is to do one of these. Is to get rid of some of these if I get the angle right, you can kind of see there's a little bit of scratching, some scratches there in the finish here that I want to get rid of. So I mounted it up in the vise here. I got the cream, just need to get the pads for it, so bear with me for a moment. Sorry for the dead camera time, or dead air time, but it's live. There it is. I moved, and all my stuff had been All right, so I've got these things. I forgot where I bought these parts, these 1-inch pads from, but they were great. They come with little 1-inch microfiber. These haven't been used before. Pads, and they're pretty easy to put on, mount it on. It is important to plug it in and to sort of puff the surface of the microfiber a little bit using one of the brushes. And let me get this plugged in. That is old. Plug that in. Okay. Now before I get started, I do have I got to do some surface prep on here. So let me organize my stuff here. Move this out of the way. Okay. We'll do one of these. Switcheroo, there we go. Okay, cool. So I've got some surface prep cleaner. Just gonna put some on a microfiber here. And we want to just surface prep a little bit of the surface here. Spot that has a slight crack in the clear coat. So we'll be careful to tend to that. And over here, I'm going to be careful not to put a lot of pressure on this. All right, so first things first, shake the ketchup bottle. And apply a little bit, kind of smear it around. Okay, it's been a while since I used this, but on low speed. And we'll get her going. Hopefully that did something. Oh, I have one person watching. Hello, welcome. Feel free to write something on there. If I see it, I will say something back. Otherwise, thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate it. All right, let's see if it did anything. Didn't do too much, and I think part of the problem, it looks a little better. Part of the problem is I need to go with a more aggressive, yeah, I took some of the fine swirls out, the deeper ones, not so much. It does feel smoother. Let's see. Okay. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go for a heavier polish. Let's see what I can pull out. It's not really plastic. Some stuff. So I'll narrate some of the things here. Back before Griot's came out with their things, this stuff was the shit. The Sonax Perfect Finish. Only problem with this stuff is it dusts really. It dusts a lot. Is what I'm trying to say. And so there's a lot of cleanup that has to go as a result of that. So let's try. This is a moderate correcting cream from Griot's or Griot's. And just for giggles, I'll use a new pad so I don't cross-contaminate them. Got a little bag of pads here. Could also use one of these coarse foam, which actually should be okay. So if you don't really know, the different pads have different levels of aggressiveness to them. And the foam is pretty good, but it doesn't finish off pretty well, meaning it'll leave a lot of hazing potentially on the clear coat. Oh boy. My bottle exploded. That's embarrassing. Okay, hold on. Gotta do some cleanup. Okay, part one. Part two is getting rid of it on my trim that I just cleaned. What am I? I trim. Okay. It's really hot in my garage, and all the wax, the polishes are kind of coming to a head a little bit. So that's what I'm seeing. All right, I'll clean the rest up later. So we got a problem here because there's too much on here, and now it's in the motor. So that's going to be a disaster. So we're not going to spin that out. All right, I think this, unfortunately, this might be cut short. I'm really sorry, the person who's watching. This could have been more exciting, but I have it in the motor now, and that's going to get everywhere. So I guess what I could do is do it outside and see what happens. For the sake of making it happen, we're gonna make it happen. All right, we'll keep going here. I can't believe this got everywhere. Okay, try it again. A little speed, and we go. Getting a lot of spray. So, hold on. Oh, we have 2 people watching. Welcome. So for those of you that are tuning in, I'm just touching up polishing the interior trim that I used. Had some scratches on it, and I had a bottle malfunction, so I made a mess earlier. And now I was just putting some, yeah, that's better. Still need some more. See if I can get it on camera for you. You can kind of see it in the reflection there. There's a couple of right there. There's some deep scratches that I'm working to get rid of. It is better, but it still needs more attention. So we'll give it another pass. All right. So I'm using Griot's the moderate correcting cream and a 1-inch pad on the smaller Griot's orbital. By the way, if you've never polished before, I'm not really applying a lot of pressure. I'm letting the machine do a lot of the work. Start off on a small speed. Let the machine do the work. I can actually see where I'm polishing, where the lines are. They're sort of right here, and I'm trying to focus a lot of the work and effort of the tip in that low speed. The product in there. If you've never polished before, when you finish, shut it off as you're trailing off of the body. Polish all on the inside of this. All right, let's see what this looks like. So it's making progress. They are fine, but they're not gone. And I want gone. So I'm gonna do another pass. How many visitors we got today? 1. We lost 1. Uh-oh. Pretty boring, huh? This is like the equivalent of watching paint dry. Almost. All right. Let's put some more product on here. Okay. A little bit. And again, the spots are like here and here, the main area there. Low speed. Microfiber is great. This is with the it and finishing all in one. Only problem is you have to clean it often because it does get filled up with product, and that's not useful. All right, let's try this. See if we can do some damage. The head of the polisher is getting hot, and I wanted to take the temperature of the surface because you don't want it to get too hot. Same thing with the car. In the past. So you're still here. So what's your name, by the way, for the person that's watching right now? Let's get a little dialogue going. I think it's interesting. On the chat window, you can type something. Actually, I tried to do it, but I didn't have the small pads. Great to know. Yeah, agreed. A lot of times, unfortunately, it's kind of trial and error is what I found, especially on paints for cars. And by the way, here's the little, if you don't have one of these, this is great. It's a little brush that you use to brush and fluff. Even on paints, or for cars. So I have a lot of BMWs. So the combination I'll use on one of my cars might be different for another car, just because of manufacturing process. Unfortunately, you have to kind of figure out what the perfect combination of pad material is and product to get the most effective result. And right now I mean this looks better, but I haven't gotten rid of the mark that I want to get rid of. Sometimes I found you could layer on, do a little bit of a brush sheet, and put a little more product, fresh product on there, and that'll help keep the cutting going. Any new things? Cancel live chat. Where'd it go? Hey, Tamer. Good to meet you, buddy. Or gal. I assume it's a guy. I say that statistically confident because 99% of my audience are dudes. At least that's what the analytics say. So, all right, here we go. Another tip is, what was I going to say? Oh, if you have a random and you haven't marked your pads with the Sharpie on the base and on the backing plate, is useful because what happens is it's going to tell you if it's spinning or not. Otherwise, if you don't have it on there, it looks uniform and you'll think it's spinning, but it's actually just kind of stuck in one spot, not doing any work. So that is a tip that I learned from a professional, and now it is yours. Yours. As I say that funny. Okay. Yeah, it's much better. I'm gonna do a, here, this is what it looks like. Barely. There we go. So now I will switch pads and go to the finishing one. And we'll see if I can make it look prettier. So here's the finishing one. Brush it. Put a little ooze on it. Okay. All right, there we go. Try this again. I'm gonna grab a clean towel. By the way, these yellow towels I get from Costco, which I think you get on Amazon. They're Kirkland brand, and they're about $16 for a bag of 25 or so, and they work very well for what they are. Of course, you can invest in other higher quality towels, but for most detailing jobs, these are more than sufficient. And they're cheap enough where they can sort of be disposable. Now, for the sake of time, because it is super hot in my garage, how am I going to get that off? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Need a Sharpie. I need to cut around these pieces right here. Let's see if I have one. Where? So I moved, and all of my all of my tools are in different parts of my life. I had a nice X-Acto knife, and I don't know where the replacement. Yep, I got them. So I bought this off Amazon, and these were the blades that I got. It's so fucking hot. And I think I'm back. All right, I had no internet for a minute. Try to trim around where the button areas are using an X-Acto knife. wonder if I am better off just on these plastic parts than trying to protect it, because I don't know if I can actually remove cutting or damaging. Let's try something else. Let's do a little bit of this experiment. So I have a couple of interesting products at my disposal to help if one of these will work. Hold on 1 second. Okay, put that away. Put that away. Put that away. Pull this out. Let's try. So this is a plastic cleaner. This is a cleaner for plastic from Nexite. Let's put a little bit in the towel, because that the polish doesn't actually want to stick onto it. Maybe you need to use more aggressive compound with microfiber pad. Yeah, unfortunately, that I have right now is the correcting cream. Rio's does have the more aggressive one. I'm out of it. And now would be a good time for me to stock up on more of it. But you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Does that work? Okay, where was I? Let's go back to doing the other side over here. And I gotta switch pads again. Switch to this. So what kind of car do you like working on? We're gonna, while I wait for your response, I will begin polishing on the other areas. All right, I think that did any damage. Sometimes if you don't work the product in enough, when you go to wipe it off, it just kind of smears and moves around all over the place. Sort of what's happening right now. I'm gonna hit this again. All right. Oh, I got 2 viewers. Huh? Welcome. Jet Black. Oh God, Jet Black is the worst. Well, let me rephrase that. Jet Black is awesome. I used to have a black sapphire metallic MZ4 coupe. And when you polished it and cleaned it, the depth in that paint is awesome. And the car looks stunning, especially in lights and really good lights. And then, of course, you drive the car, like you should, And what happens? It gets dirty, and it gets dirty, as you know, real quick. And it's hard to keep clean. But this was a time before ceramic coating and really cool paint protection film. So so I think that changes things a little bit. But yeah, I don't think I have the heart for patience at this point. Hey, Tamara, people come and go, huh? You were sticking with me. I appreciate the loyalty, if you will. Curious, though, how did you find my channel? Like, were you looking to replace the nav screen on INDIRECT 5, or I don't know, do oil change on one of the cars? This does look a lot better, being hard on myself. I'm going to finish this up with the polishing one. And my orbital's getting really hot on top. I subscribed a long time ago when you were changing. Was this the E30 or the